Hey guys, this is my Smallville episode review entitled Shield. The episode was last night. It was a pretty good episode, and this one we got to see Deadshot for the first time. I gotta say, I thought in the trailer for 2 weeks ago, I thought the guy in the alley was the Question or someone else. I didn't know it was actually going to be Deadshot. It looked too much of a Western kind of outfit for it to be Deadshot. But it turns out it was. The guy who played him did a pretty good job. I mean, in terms of acting, I really don't know a lot about Deadshot. I mean, except for he's really good with aiming and sort of like the bullseye of DC. Um, but he did a good job. It's revealed that he's working for the Suicide Squad, and at the end we see Plastique coming out. Um, I like the whole setup between the whole build up to the reveal of like the Suicide Squad officially, because I think they were mentioned once, or a couple, maybe, or very few times. But I think they were in the season 9. They were mentioned. They weren't really mentioned yet so far. I mean, we had an idea of who was behind the scenes doing this stuff, but kidnapping Oliver, um, and in this episode going after Cat Grant. And the thing about Cat Grant, she was in this episode, was a different actress that played her from the one in season 9. I prefer the one in season 9. Not only she looked better, and she was a bit better looking, but it also, I don't know, I don't see, I mean, it's told in the episode in Shield that this Cat Grant um, is running away from either a boyfriend or an ex-husband, and she has a 2-year-old son. I think his name is Adam, and I mean, because in the beginning of the episode, I was saying to myself, this isn't the person who I would think would go through um, however amount of divorces and broken relationships she went in. In the comic, I just didn't think that this was the person that was going to really do that. She sort of got the kind of gossip angle, right? I mean, she's on sort of like the wrong side of the fence. She's more against the heroes than with them, but not in a bad way. She just doesn't trust. She just doesn't trust them. That really doesn't change anyway throughout the whole episode, except maybe towards Clark at the end. And I like the whole thing about Oliver telling Clark, why not we just come out and reveal our identities? It's gonna, keeping ourselves a secret is doing more harm to those that we love than it's doing good. So you know, seeing Oliver like this now, more on the defensive, and Clark being the one that gives the better advice is better. Um, I like it as a role reversal because um, you know, I just wanted to start seeing Clark, give more advice. I mean, he's Superman, so he should be giving, the better advice. He should be telling, you know, mostly telling Oliver, what the best course of action would be instead of the other way around. It was good for a while, but I kind of got tired of the whole mentor Oliver, and I wanted Clark to come in on his own. And I think he's starting to do that with this episode. I like the whole thing about Chloe. I actually thought she was dead. Um, I mean, really dead because of the cyanide thing. But then I figured, maybe they would have to bring her back later because, she's gonna come in for a couple more episodes. So it was stupid for me to really think that. But in the beginning, when they were saying that Chloe's record, excuse me, Chloe's records are wiped off, wiped out. It's as if she didn't exist. To me, I thought they were going to keep it like that and somehow do something when she comes back. But keep it as if she didn't exist to compensate for the fact that she's not in the comics, even though she is soon going to be in the comics. So, I mean, really, um, I don't know if they would still want to follow the line with, follow along with what they, what the Legion said in season 8. about not about them never hearing of Chloe in the future, although they wouldn't continue with that angle, but apparently they didn't. The whole thing with it was nice to see Carter Hall in this episode. I thought he did Michael Shanks did a pretty good job as Carter. He played mostly the Hawkman role in season 9, but it was good to see him be just Carter Hall. It was nice to see him converse with Lois, and the fact that Lois knows Clark's powers. Carter doesn't have to hide Clark's abilities from her. The whole story about him being King Khufu, or Khufu and Shahira from years ago. The whole story that he was talking about was very touching. It was a good way. He said it in a good way. Um, it brought some more depth and some more emotion to the episode. The connections between the correlations that he makes between his relationship with Shahira and Clark and Lois's relationship is pretty good. I don't see their relationship exactly like that, so it's not exactly the same. But it was good to see. It was understandable why they would bring it up, and the actress who played Cheyenne did a pretty good job. Well, not did a pretty good job. She looked good for the part. I mean, she didn't dress up in a costume or anything, but it was very beautiful. So, and that was it. She didn't really have any lines to say. So, there's not much I can. There's not nothing else that I can say about that. Hopefully, that she'll be in future episodes. One thing that I don't really like, I didn't like about the episode, and this goes back to the previous season, is the whole thing that Chloe loves Oliver to a point where she loves him more than anyone else. To me, it just doesn't make sense, because it was towards like the middle, or maybe the end of season 9 that they got together, and actually I think it was maybe towards the middle of season 9 that they got together. I just never saw their relationship as something like that, nor the fact that they didn't spend that much, nearly as much time together, for her to start saying that she cares about him more than anyone else. I mean, what about Jimmy? She was married to him for a certain amount of time, and I didn't understand that. The whole thing with Godfrey and being against the heroes. I don't remember. I don't know if anyone can tell me, but I don't remember this being played up in previous episodes going back into season 9. If it was there, it wasn't really that, wasn't that pronounced, about the people being against the heroes. Again, this sort of comes out of, left field. It doesn't really make that much sense. It's as if they just want to talk about it and bring it up just as a plot point, because they don't really know what else to do. It's an interesting plot point. It would be good if it would work fine if they implemented it right, but I just don't see the slow. I mean, you don't see the people going against the heroes yet, so I mean they could do a slow build up to that, which would be good. And if they do that, then I'll change my mind. But until then, I don't know. I gotta say, because there's not much information for me to rely on to really give an opinion about it. But seeing Clark in a new suit was pretty good. It was just like a red leather jacket over his blue shirt with the S uh, the S shield on his chest of the red leather jacket. Um, we'll be seeing a lot more of the. We'll be seeing a lot more of the suit, I'm sure. Even though I really personally didn't like it. I mean, he should have really kept the black, or gone to a suit that really resembled the real Superman suit, or put the regular one on. But they haven't done that. It's in the fortress. Hopefully soon he'll get it. Alright, take care guys, bye.